the new series of tutorials for PSU. I'd firstly love to introduce my lovely co-host, Ignignum Senia. Say hello, Ignignum Senia. Oh, Supernip's the best. Ah, thank you, you're just too kind. Alright, these tutorials are going to be designed to take you from being a rookie to an elite guardian by teaching you to be most efficient in your time. And, I'm only going to touch upon things, I don't want to get too in-depth, so the first thing that makes a guardian elite is starting with doing your research. I know it can be tempting to just jump right in, but a lot of people make the big mistake of making their character wrong. Put in end up putting in 50, 60, 70 hours, and then realize I messed this up. I shouldn't be playing this class in this race. I should really be playing a different race for my class. And a real key at the beginning is know what your goals are. If you wanna be a mage, you don't want to make a cast. You don't want to make a beast. Hell, you don't want to make a human. You want to be a Newman. You want to get the DPS in there. You want to have everything set up perfectly for what you want at endgame, which is, to be able to do your missions as fast as possible and be an efficient guardian. Um, you should know your race stats, and you should know your class stats also, so you know which race is the most efficient for your class. As I love fighter, 5 master fortifighter on this character, so I like cast because beast will have a slightly more attack power, but a lot less accuracy. So accuracy is king. You don't want to be missing, and every class has their own debate on what you should do, pretty much. Um, Another thing that you should definitely learn with if you want to be a fighter or if you want to be a gunner or, you know, a force is height does matter. Height is not something that, if you make a small character for the hell of it, you could really be screwing yourself bad because the bigger you are, the bigger your hitbox is, the longer your reach is going to be. If you're using a photon art like a Desherbado or an Assault Crush, the bigger you are, the more your circumference of your AoE is going to be, and that's a really big thing to mess up right out of the gate before you even understand anything, and you can't change it. So you could be 50, 60 hours in and just learn. I screwed up my height. I want to be a little bit taller, or I'm a little bit too tall when I shoot my gun. It's going over this monster's head that I like to kill, or when I'm too short when I swing my photon art. I'm not hitting the top hit spot on a Joshua Rogan, or I'm not hitting a, a Shagrease out of the air when it flies up really high because I'm too short. So that's why I made my character as tall as possible, biggest hitbox. Um, Another thing, if you want to be a fighter, to learn is your photon arts. This server is currently in alpha, and the photon arts don't work like they did on official. A lot of photon arts, like Desmajara and Spiral Dance, for examples, aren't good on this server because the way that the server works compared to official, there are no modifiers. Just to touch upon that, so the first part modifier of every photon art, it's all 3-part modifiers. So you want to look at things that aren't hindered too bad by that, and things that are helped by that. So you don't have to worry about that problem with Gunner or Force. They're a lot better off, to say the least, with their photon arts. But when you first start off, you do all your research, you have your character done. You want to push to level. You don't want to worry about getting gear. Everyone worries about gear, gear, gear. So that the whole time they're like struggling to get something, and then they get like 10 levels higher, and that thing they struggled to get is useless anyway. So you want to get up to a high level. You want to get up to level 50 or level 60 even, which you could do in a couple days of grinding. And the EXP mission on here is currently the 5th floor mission, Protector's Lambda. It's an event mission from 2011 on the rail game, which is like one of the later missions because the game closed down in 2012. Um, so you really want to work to do that mission a lot, and you can if you don't like that mission, it's not that bad. Like there's plenty of spots you can go as long as you play. You keep your level going. At low level, you want to worry about getting XP and leveling your photon arts. The rest is gonna come to you with time. You gotta put in the grind. Everyone had to do it. It's gonna take you at least 100 hours to get to your end game, and you gotta be ready to put in that grind. And I guess that is all I gotta say about getting started. I'll quickly touch upon everything one more time. Do your research, learn everything, learn about the photon arts, learn about all the classes, all the races, the differences in race stats, the differences in hitboxes, your fighter photon arts, learn which ones are hindered, learn which ones are good if you want to be a fighter. If you want to be a gunner, you want to learn about all of the guns that are available to you and, you know, the few drops that you have to hunt. You, the mix of, you know, gun techer versus pro transer versus Forta gunner versus gun master. Um, and if you're gonna be a techer, you're gonna want to be master force. I mean, Fort Techer's not horrible, but Master Force gets level 50 support techs, so yeah, Master Force is really overpowered. But I'll touch upon all that in a different video. After that, push to level. Don't ever give up. Don't try not to be lazy. Always get something done. If you can't get a party to do the best mission, do whatever you can. You always pulling in XP. You're moving that bar. Don't worry about your gear. Gear comes later. And that's Super Noob Stickman and my co-host, Ignimnum Senia. Thanks for watching. Stickman's the best. Oh, thanks a lot, Ignimnum. Anyways, that's it for first episode. And happy hunting. Peace.